What's up guys, welcome to vizxlization. Nestor Adrianzen here again. Today I'm gonna solve one of the questions that I got from my followers. In order to do so, we're gonna use 4 different DAX information functions in Power BI. Let's take a look at the question real quick. So this is the tutorial, if and switch functions in Power BI. And the question that we wanna solve today is coming from Miss Yu. So she is asking the following question here. I have a column with abstract of research papers that I want to identify rows with a specific keyword. I'm not sure what DAX function to use. Could you be able to help? And of course we can do that, but before we solve this question, if this is the first time that you stop by this channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notifications on my new Power BI content. So now let's do this, guys. Like I said before, we're going to talk about DAX information functions, specifically 4 different DAX functions, and here they are: contains, CONTAINSROW, CONTAINSSTRING, and also CONTAINSSTRINGEXACT. So what are the DAX information functions? These functions look at a cell or row that is provided as an argument and tell you whether the value matches the expected type. If it matches, it's gonna give you true. If it doesn't match, it's gonna give you false. Quite straightforward, my friends. So now guys, let's move on to the first DAX information function. Contains. This is the syntax. This function returns true if values for all referred columns exist or are contained in those columns. Otherwise, the function returns false. So real quick, for table, it can be any DAX expression that returns a table. For column name, it's the name of an existing column, and we need to use just the standard DAX syntax here, okay? And then for value, it can be any DAX expression that returns a single scalar value. So now let's move on to the next function. Okay, CONTAINSROW. So this is also a powerful function. It's very similar to the previous one. This function returns true if a row of values exists or contained in a table. Otherwise, this returns false. So the table expression, it can also be any valid DAX expression that returns a table. For the scalar expression, it can be any valid DAX expression that returns a scalar value. So if you guys have been using DAX for a while, you might be familiar with the in operator. So the in operator and CONTAINSROW, these 2 functions are functionally equivalent. So please keep that in mind, okay? So now let's move on to the next function. CONTAINSSTRING. So here we're gonna have the same idea. This function returns true or false, indicating whether one string contains another string. Here's the syntax. So within text, this is the text in which you want to search for, and then find text, this is the text you want to find. Something additional here, CONTAINSSTRING is not case sensitive. And also you can use here while characters, question marks, and also asterisks. So we're going to use an example, okay? Please keep that in mind. So now guys, let's move on to the next function. Okay, CONTAINSSTRINGEXACT. So what's going on here? So the syntax is very similar, the definition is very similar. It's very similar to the previous one. So the only difference here is that this function, the function CONTAINSSTRINGEXACT, is case sensitive. So guys, please keep these definitions in mind. So now guys, are you ready for the case? Let's do that. 4 questions here. The first question, create a measure to identify if Montana products were sold in Mexico in 2014 with 0 discounts. This is a good example, my friends, to use contains, okay? Second question here, find the profits for Canada and France. There is a hint here, use the CONTAINSROW function to filter the country column. So good hint there, okay? Third question, find the profits for all countries that have states within their name. Hint, use wildcards to find those countries. And finally, create a calculate column to identify all countries with states within their name, and hint, use the CONTAINSSTRINGEXACT function. So guys, what do you think? Are you ready? Let's go to Power BI Desktop. Alright, so here we are in Power BI Desktop, and now we are ready to answer the 4 questions. If you guys remember, the first question was to identify 4 conditions, right? Identify the records that meet those 4 conditions. So let's create a measure right now. So right click, new measure. So we're gonna call this measure contains 4 conditions, okay? Alright, so the next thing that we wanna do here is to use the contains function. Remember that? So contains function here, and then what's the table that we're referencing? We are referencing the financials table here, okay? Comma, and then what is the first column that we want to reference here? So we want to reference Mexico, which is country, right? The column is country. So we're going to select right here country, and then comma, what is the value? Mexico. Remember, this is text, quotation marks. I'll enter. What is the other condition here? So if you guys remember, the other condition was product, Montana, right? So product here, Montana. Remember that? So we're going to do that as well. Comma here. What was the other condition? Year. Remember that? So year should be 2014. We want to identify these records for 2014. Okay. So what was the other condition here? Discount. Remember that? So discounts should be 0 discounts. We want to identify these records. Okay. So let's hit enter and let's see what happens. It seems like it's working fine. So now how do we test this, right? So quite straightforward, my friends. Let's insert here a card. There you go. So now let's drag this measure into this card and let's see what happens. Boom, my friends. So now it's saying that this table, the financial table, contains these 4 conditions. So if you want to double check that, you can create a table here and then grab this measure again into that table, and then you will see those records. Another way to identify this is by doing the following. Let's go to data here, and then let's select the financials table, and let's apply a couple of filters here. Okay, so country, this should be Mexico. Remember that? So let's identify these records. So what is the product here? Montana. Remember that? So let's select just Montana here. Okay. So what else? Discounts. Remember that? 0 discounts. 0, my friends. Okay. And then which year? 2014. It's already there. So guys, we have 2 records that meet this criteria. Awesome, right? All right. So let's remove these filters here. And let's go back to report. There you go. So now, guys, let's move on to the next question. Okay, so the next question was to identify profits just for Canada and France. In order to do so, we're going to create another measure, my friends. So right click here, new measure. So we're going to name this measure as CONTAINSROW Canada and France, okay? Alright, so we're going to use this powerful function called calculate. And then we're going to reference one of the measures that was already created in the model, profit. Okay, it's already there. Comma here. And now we're going to use this powerful function called CONTAINSROWs. Okay, it's right there. Guys, if you remember the syntax, we need to reference here the countries, okay? Because we care about Canada and France. So let's do that. And then we're going to referencing here Canada, okay? Canada, quotation marks, because this is text. And then France right here as well. What else? So the syntax here, we need to reference the column, right? The column is country. So we need to do that as well. Here it is. And now And now let's close parentheses for the calculate function as well. All right, there you go. Let's hit enter, or let's approve these changes and let's see what happens. All right, seems like it's working, guys. So now let's test this, okay? So let's create a couple of tables here real quick. And then we're gonna grab here country, okay? Country from there. And also we're gonna use the profit measure that we already had in the model. There you go. Okay, so it's right there. And then we want to create another table here, Control C, Control V. We are basically duplicating this table, and then we're going to remove this measure because we're going to use the measure that we just created, which is CONTAINSROW Canada and France. Drag this into this table. Boom, there you go. So what is going on here? If you can see, Canada and France, if we add these two profit amounts, right, it's about 7 million, 7.3 million. And that's what's happening here with this measure. This measure is giving us the total for Canada and France, the total profits, right? There you go. It's working fine. If you want, you can also add right here a card, and then the result should be the same, 7.3 million. So let's give it a try and let's see what happens. There you go. So it's working perfectly fine, my friends. All right, so now guys, let's move on to the next question. Okay, so the next question is to find profits for all countries that contain states within their name. So how do we do that? We're gonna create another measure here, my friends. So right click, new measure. Okay, so the name of this measure is gonna be CONTAINSSTRING keyword, okay? All right, so we're gonna use the calculate function here as well. And then we're gonna reference the measure profit. It's right there, comma. And here it goes, my friends. We're gonna use CONTAINSSTRING here. CONTAINSSTRING. So now we need to use the column, right, within the text. So we need to reference a column here. So because we are talking about countries, so we need to reference the country column. It's right there. And now guys, this is the fun part. So we care about the countries that have states within their name. Here guys, we're gonna use wild characters, okay? So we can use question marks. Let's do that. And then we can put states here. Here we can also use another question mark, or we can use just an asterisk. We can do that, okay? And then we close this quotation mark, close parentheses, and let's see what happens. All right, close parentheses for calculate, hit enter, and let's see what happens, my friends. So now guys, let's test this measure. So we're gonna create a couple of tables here as well. We're gonna select right here country, and then profit, this type of profit, this measure, right? It's just a regular measure there for profit. We're gonna duplicate this again, Control C, Control V, right there. And now we're gonna remove this measure because we're gonna use the measure that we just created, okay? CONTAINSSTRING keyword. Let's drag this into this table and let's see what happens. See what's happening? So now guys, this result is just for the United States of America, which is about 3 million, right? Right here. So you might say, why are we seeing the same volume for the other carriers? Because we are just referencing the United States of America. If you want to keep the filters here, so you might want to use keep filters within the calculate function. But that's for another tutorial, okay? So let's create another visual here, a card, just as a reference, and then let's drag the measure here as well. Boom, 3 million for this specific country. There you go. What do you think so far? So now guys, let's solve the last question. So the next question was to identify all countries that have states within their name. Okay, so and then here we need to create a calculated column. So guys, let's do that. So right click, new column. So the new column is gonna be exact, okay? And here we're gonna use CONTAINSSTRINGEXACT, okay? It's right here, all right? So now guys, this is gonna be awesome. And we need to reference in here the column, which is country. So now, if you guys remember, this function is case sensitive. So let's take a look at it, okay? So we care about states here, just for the example, okay? So I'm gonna put this in capital letters and let's see what happens. So let's close parentheses here, hit enter, and let's see what happens. So what is going on here? So let's create a slicer here, okay? All right, so and let's grab the exact column into this slicer. So the results here are saying that we don't have a country with the word states within their name. Is that correct? I don't think this is correct, my friends. So what is going on? Remember, this is case sensitive. That might be the reason. Because we know for sure there is a country called the United States of America. So there is definitely an answer there. We should be seeing true results, right? So if we go back to the calculated column here, so let's see what happens if we change this to this. Okay, so let's hit enter and let's see what happens. Take a look at the slicer. You can see now true here as well. So guys, it's working. Okay, so now we can use this slicer to filter tables. So let's do that real quick. All right, let's put this slicer right here, and then let's create a table real quick, my friends. So let's select country, and then we're gonna use the measure that we already had in the model, profit. Okay, so guys, check this out. Check this out, my friends, because remember, this calculated column is giving us a country that has states within their name. In this case, it's going to be the United States of America, so it should give you almost 3 million. So let's filter and let's see what happens if that's true. Check this out. Boom! It's giving you guys the right answer. This is just the United States of America. How about that? How awesome this is. Alright guys, what do you think? Did you find this helpful? Guys, if you find this helpful, please give me a thumbs up, share with your friends, and of course, don't forget subscribe if you don't want to miss anything. Thank you guys, and see you in my next tutorial.